It's been a little while since I've done a weapon guide, hasn't it? Yep. So for those of you who are wondering why it took so long between guides, or just videos in general, well, I could make up a whole bunch of excuses, but to tell you the truth, I am fucking lazy. But we're here now, so let's continue on. Welcome back to Weapon Guides. Today we'll be going over the greatest shotgun to exist and also the most fun shotgun to fire, the AA-12. The Atchison AA-12, or Auto Assault 12, is an American fully automatic shotgun first designed in 1972 and then got redesigned in 2005. The AA-12 fires at 300 RPM, which is super lethargic considering other firearms, but for shotguns it's crazy fast, especially when you consider the fact that most other shotguns are either brake action, pump action, lever action, or the illustrious semi-automatic. Actually, you know what? I don't feel like doing this shit right now. I have things to do.
Okay, seeing as how my husband just left the room, I guess I'll take over from here. Another great feature of the AA-12 is, well, I'll let the man himself explain.
Okay, so one really cool thing about the AA-12 is that it has absolutely no recoil. You've got very little. There is a complete spring system back here that absorbs all of the shock, so anyone can operate this weapon. A child could operate it. Check this out.
The AA-12's shotgun status means that it can only be crafted in heavy production with a time of 8 hours and 12 minutes. Given the absurd resource cost of shotguns, as well as the low probability, you might be better off just waiting until anniversaries or major events where you can buy a free 5-star weapon using a true core mask. As a 5-star weapon, it'll cost 105 dummy cores or 7 copies of me to 5x and get the most out of me. Take it from my hubby who's been here since Operation Cube, as well as KSG and M1014. Just save up and spend the 105 cores because getting me once was annoying enough already, or any other 5-star shotgun for that matter. Now, we would normally show you this, but we are not about spending potentially at least 100,000 resources just to demonstrate this with me. So instead, here's us doing this with VHS. Sadly, as much as and by I mean, you know, love the thought of a full auto shotgun deleting everything on the right side of the screen, shotguns in general aren't very good at that. Then again, that might also be because MGs and shotguns work in tandem with each other. The MGs massively overshadow shotguns. This isn't to say that the AA-12 is bad, but in terms of shotgun performances, it's okay, I guess. As per tradition, we'll break this down per starting with damage, it is the third weakest at 30 shared alongside Cause, FO12, pre-modded RMB 93, and Stevens M620. However, 39 fire rate makes up for it being the fastest firing shotgun. Again, shotguns aren't that good for damage apart.
What the hell was that?
With a range of 9 to 19, evasion is painfully low at 11. This actually seems pretty fair as the AA-12 is a bulky weapon, especially if you have the 20-round drum magazine.
Just like the Founding Fathers intended.
And bonus points if the firing sound is actually good and not just repeatedly smacking a door on a small child and calling it good. While I try to find a better firing sound, allow me to inform you of the fact that the armor stat sits in the middle at 22 armor, with the range from Defender's 18 to LTLX 7000's 25. Health, however, sits on the higher side with 1345. Mark III A1 has the lowest at 1100, while Sat 8 has the highest at 1410. There's no joke or meme written in the script on this segment, and I frankly don't have much to say here other than the fact that I'm glad that I'm not the worst in those two departments. And as for HP recovery, I can recover 48 health at the start of every turn, assuming I'm not dead or screaming for a medic bag like the way Dallas does.
Ah! I need a medic back. I'm done.
Now that stats are finally out of the way, it's time for the meat of this guide. The active skill. By itself, it's honestly not that special. Extra ammo in the current magazine, fire rate almost doubled, and a slightly higher knockback chance. Considering they're an assault shotgun, in fact, it's in the damn name, this skill suits me. Just one problem. As shotguns are an armored wall. We sponge the bullets, not dish it out. That's what the machine guns behind us are for. Before I end up continuing this schizophrenic monologue about meat shields, let's look at my tile buff. While it's still pretty good, it's not really as good as the Spaz 12-15 combo or as well-rounded as, say, HK 512. But still, out of all shotguns, it actually provides the highest damage buff to MGs at 22% damage. And while the placement could be better, at least I'm not KS-23. But seriously guys, what the fuck is this? We've gotten through the meat, now it's time for the bones. And that, of course, is special equipment. Unlike MP5, I only have 2 pieces of special equipment. By order of release, the first one are 12 G-Frag rounds that I totally didn't steal from USAS-12.
Yeah, a USAS-12. This thing's got 12 G-Frags. It's a walking cannon.
Similar to 12 G-Slug rounds, it only lets you target 1 enemy at a time instead of 3, and both provide the same plus 20 accuracy. But there are 2 main differences. Slugs provide 3 times damage, while frags only give plus 15 damage, which sounds like hot ass and not the good kind. But the other main difference is the fact that the frags are, as the name suggests, explosive. You may have noticed the difference in damage between the 2 ammo types. Even against singular targets, it's already a noticeable difference. But where it really shines is grouped enemies. I mean, look at that, I just naded on your damn graves. I mean, Jesus Christ. The 12 G-Frag rounds were only obtainable through ranking rewards during the Labyrinthine Defense ranking mission in Poinkar Recurrence, both during the initial events run and the rerun. As for the other equipment piece, it is the AA Combat Shield. Compared to a normal ballistic vest, the Combat Shield provides 1 extra armor point compared to the vest, and the shield provides an additional 20% critical rate instead of the -2 evasion that the vest normally has, which is always a good thing. This can simply be obtained through the 6,000 point reward in the Gray Zone Expedition. Equipping both the 12 G-Frags and the Combat Shield will passively boost the skill by shaving the initial cooldown by half. And after 3 consecutive attacks, armor stat is increased by 10. After 5 attacks, double damage. After 10 attacks, 30% less damage taken. These 3 effects will last for the remainder of the current fight. While I would like to think that these buffs now make me some sort of angel of death or something, reminder that there are typically 2 or 3 other machine guns in the team that are probably doing way more damage than I am. At best, I actually surpass them. At worst, I'm just a thorny bush. For equipment recommendations, obviously equip the 12 G-Frags and the Combat Shield. If you don't have either of them, then you can still use a ballistic vest for the doll slot and the 12 G flash ammo for the ammo slot. As for accessories, go with the shotgun choke during daytime and the tack light during nighttime. Oh, here's that sound file. In conclusion, the AA-12 is a decent offensive weapon that can still hold defense, comparable to a spear wall. Considering there isn't a neural upgrade for me, I can only imagine how much more they'll push the damage capabilities if one does get made. If you somehow enjoyed this, don't subscribe. I'm serious. Oh, and there's also a playlist of every weapon guide made thus far. View at your own risk. Tune in next time when we throw a lawn dart to figure out who's being covered next.
Okay, so you've seen 1 AA-12. Now you're going to get to see 2 AA-12s.